Good day and welcome to Talks by AFD. I am Arthur Francis. Today, I want to talk about the Bible. You see, there have been a whole lot of different versions of the Bible, and sometimes, as Christians, we get confused at the point. We begin to wonder why do we have to have all of this kind of Bible? And the funny part about it all is that they are not talking about the same thing. They have different context, different interpretations. A whole lot of changes have been made. But the reality now is defined. From which Bible do we use in making all of these changes? Of course, it's the Catholic Bible. Now, we know, all of us know, including you watching right now, that the Bible was compiled by Catholics. Because as at the 300 AD, that the New Testament was 300 to 500 AD, that the New Testament was completed, the whole world was Catholic, as in the Christian body, all was Catholic. And Catholicism moved on to 600 AD, where Islam came forth, and that moves on to 1500 to almost 1600, where the first Protestant religion came forward, which is Lutheran Church by Martin Luther. That's almost 1,600 years. Now, all these years, when you talk about Christianity, you're talking about Catholicism. There was no other religion, any other sect. There was nothing like the Christian sect. No, there was just one Christian body known as Catholicism. Simple. Until 1005 to 600, where Luther came forward. And when he came forward, we now have a sect out of the Christian world, which is Lutheranism. Now, Luther, for many other of his reasons, for whatever the reasons were, which they were all erroneous, came forth with his own teachings and doctrines, and the same Bible which he has been using, he decided to start changing things therein. And he's one of the first people who would change a whole lot of things in the Bible which you are using today, in order to suit his purpose. For example, the teachings about Second Maccabees was removed in his Bible because it has to talk about purgatory. I know you don't, many of you who are non-Catholics do not believe in purgatory. I may make a video about purgatory to explain it a little bit about that. If you're interested, you can chat me up. I will do that. So he moved out, decided to remove Maccabees from his Bible, and many other stuff he removed. I don't want to go through them. But now, which Bible is the original Bible? Now, this Bible I'm holding is called the Holy Bible, Douay Rheims Version. Douay Rheims Version. Now, it is the first English translated Bible in the world. It was translated from the Latin Vulgate. Now, Bible, the words of God were written in Greek, Hebrew, and all of that. Now, the Catholic world translated them into the language of the Catholic Church, which is Latin. That version is called the Latin Vulgate. Now, the first copy from the Latin Vulgate into English was this copy I'm holding right now. Not this copy, was this Bible, this kind of Bible. It's not a copy, perhaps. There are a whole lot of copies, but this is one of them, the English version of it. All right. Now, from here, changes started taking place from different churches. Now, most pastors have their own Bible. I think Pastor Chris Oyakhilome in Nigeria has his own Bible, which he has translated, and many other churches. Now, the question is, are those translated versions of the Bible, which they all are holding, are they the same with the one I am holding? Oh, no, they are not. Obviously, they cannot be. There have been a whole lot of things that have been changed. Now, the question, most of the Protestant brethren today will say that we, the Catholics, removed this from the Bible or did that to the Bible and all of that. I find that funny actually, because the Bible I'm using is older than the Bible you're using. So if there's something that is not in your Bible, who do you think removed? You should be the one that removed. The number of Bible, I think about 6 or 7 books extra in the Catholic Bible. Maccabees is here, you guys don't have, and many other ones. So you are the one removing. For certain reasons best known to you guys, probably those books you are removing contradict what you teach or preach. Now, I want to give you a clue on when this Bible here, The Old Testament of this Bible was first published by the English College at Douai, AD 1609. The New Testament first published by the English College at Reims, AD 1582. So that is why the book is called Douai-Rheims. The Douai was in 1609, the Old Testament. The Reims was 1582. So if you combine it, we call it the Douai-Rheims version of the Bible. But if I have to check from one of these Bibles, Revised Standard Bible, Holy Bible, the Revised Standard, you will see, let me check when it was, the edition and all of that. The second, they say the second edition of the New Testament, let me translate it from the original languages, being the version set forth, AD 1611, revised AD 1881 to 1885, and AD 1901, compared with the most ancient authorities and revised AD 1946 to 1952, second edition of the New Testament, AD 1971. So this one, which we use the standard or whatever, is 1971. But this other one is 1582 and 1609. At least you can see that for yourself. If you want to read through, you know I'm not just reading what is not there. You can see for yourself. So you see that this one is far older, isn't it? It's far older than the one you use. So if there be any change in the Bible you're using, it is you and your pastors or your various scholars, like you want to call them, that may have made those changes. This is a Bible every Catholic should be using. I know most of us, the Catholics, do not have it, but this is the Catholic Bible. Now, in relation to these changes that have taken place, I want to give you another insight. The second insight is there are many verses in the Bible here that are not in the Bible you're using. It's going to be shocking. I took a copy of them. Now, the book in Matthew 17:21, Matthew chapter 17 verse 21, it's not in your Bible. Go and check verse 21, you don't see it. Matthew 18:11, you don't see verse 11. It is not there. 23:14 is not there. John 5 verse 4, you don't have 5 verse 4. I don't know why. Mark 7:16, you don't have it. Mark 11:26, you don't have it. Mark 15:28, you don't have it. Luke 17:36, Romans 16:24. Most of the Bibles you're holding, you'll be shocked if you go there to check. These verses are not there. And believe me, you don't have an explanation to that. But they are all in here. Now the question is, how then do you have, let's say, Mark 17:36. You have Mark from 1 to 35. You skip 36 to 37. I don't see the sense in that. I don't. There must be a reason, isn't it? There must certainly be a reason. It's because probably one or two that you do not want, that particular version must have said something that you do not agree with in some other way. Probably you just get rid of it. All right? So, but the painful part of it is we have been promised punishment for whosoever remove any part of the Bible or add anything to the Bible. So that is where I get confused at times. If you're a scholar, you're supposed scholars won't probably got this Bible from the Catholic Church and decide to start changing the things they're changing. Have they not read the last part of the Bible, which is Revelation or Apocalypse, anyhow you want to call it, the last chapter, and almost probably the last verse, the last 3 verses or so? Okay, permit me, I'm there. Now, let me take from Apocalypse or Revelation chapter 22, verse 17 to 21. 17, he said, and the Spirit and the bride say, come, and he that heareth, let him say, come, and he that testeth, let him come, and he that will, let him take the water of life freely. But what is significant about the 18? For I testify to everyone that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add to these things, God shall add unto him the plagues written in this book. If you add one thing that is not from the original version of the Bible which you're using, God will add to you the plagues written in this Bible. And you may have seen this, and it is translated, it is in your scriptures too. That is 18. It is there, Revelation chapter 22, verse 18. But you still have the mind to act. Do you want to tell me you aren't afraid? Of course, I know you are not. Do you know why? Because you were inspired by the devil to change all of this. The devil is done already. The plagues of this war already abided to the devil. And you, being inspired by the devil to do the changes, why should you be scared of what you are officially part of? You're condemned originally. And those who participate in your condemnation in the course of you changing all of this are going to share in the eternal fire which is prepared for the devil and his angels. Because there's no way anybody sane enough to have gone through this part of the Bible will have the mindset to change anything or remove anything. It doesn't end there. In 19 it says that, and if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from these things that are written in this book. Now, all these part of the versions of these verses which I've read to you, most of the Bibles that you see out there do not have them. And it will shock you to your marrows that if you check your own Bible, you are not going to see most of them. For some of you may, and many of you will not, probably you know the Bible you're using, right, is gone. And you're a party to that condemnation which has been defined. That if you take out your position in the eternal blaze will be taken away. If you add, the plagues written in this book will be added to you, which is condemnation. But yet, you guys still went forth to take them out. But all you do is you want to condemn the Catholic Church, that you people have removed, you people have done this, people have done that. We compiled the Bible. We brought the Bible into the world. There's no way on earth you're going to tell me that it isn't the Catholic Church, because aside 1,000 years when Christianity started, there was no other sect, including the one you believe you are a party to right now, does not exist. So all that white has been Catholicism. Until 1,500 years after the existence of Christianity, there was no religion other than Catholicism. I mean, as in Christianity, Christian religion exists as Catholicism. There was none other Christian religion other than that. Then you who came in 1,600, 700, and most of you, the Pentecostals, in 2,000 plus. These new generational churches will still have the infantry move up and step up to a Catholic and say you are the one who have removed things from the Bible. Meanwhile, the Bible has been with him all the days of his life. So it must be funny, isn't it? So I am taking my time to pinpoint these little changes and differences that are existing between your Bible and my Bible, so that you will have an overview idea of things that are happening. So you wouldn't misconstrue that notion that we are all doing the same thing, we worship the same God. No, we don't. Catholics and Protestants don't worship the same God. If you want evidence, I'm going to prove that to you. Okay, I'm going to talk a little about that to make some comment about Dr. Damina. I don't call him pastor because it's not. Dr. Damina talking about a whole lot of things, that there was nothing like Adam and Eve never ate any apple, that there is nothing like the Holy Eucharist in the Bible and all of that. If we believe in them, that he, for example, let me take him for example, do not believe, do you still worship the same God? We don't. The things I believe, you don't believe in them. So all things being equal, we'll talk a little about that probably in a separate video other than this, about the Damina stuff and many other scandalous situational things he has said. I'll pinpoint them out one by one when I have the time. So please do take care of yourself and have a beautiful Sunday. Thank you.